Now I can imagine how Savon is. Well, he's probably uses StreamYard, so that's different.
This is probably why I use the StreamYard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm really considering now, so
Or what's the
Yeah,
other one? Radio something?
yeah.
yeah.
Radio
Okay,
Blast? I don't know.
we're live right now.
Sick.
Okay, let me just add. This is me. Fuck it. We'll just. Actually, I gotta edit the video because to say it's live, so I gotta put my password in.
God.
Oh.
What is this? God.
Good grief. I'm sorry. I had everything all set up. Fucking Google.
Sadness.
That's it. Okay.
Sadness.
Yes.
Well, I'm looking at your page right now.
It's not up there. I have it on private.
Ha,
Mm,
we're gonna do it. We're gonna be live. I'm glad
Okay.
we're going head to head with the college football playoff finals.
Dude,
Like
and
everyone's gonna tune in.
yeah, I'm a huge Michigan fan too, and I'm like, fuck. Like after I said it, like, hey, can we do the podcast? And I'm like,
Yeah, I totally thought
fuck.
about that today, and I was like, why did he say Monday? Like, he really kind of shot us in the foot here.
Yeah.
Good
My
thing
my
we're
s-
having technical difficulties because nobody's currently probably paying attention to this.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
just like 2 billion people trying to watch the playoffs, do their streaming of that and commentary.
Yep.
All right. Well, one more thing. It's not made for kids.
No, it's a kid.
Nope.
It's a kid show, man.
All right, that should work. Oh, well, last thing. Fuck. All right, here we go. See if this works. Ooh, we are live.
Is it working?
Let's go.
Fancy.
All right, guys. Welcome to the first ever live episode of the Type 1 Lifting podcast. The Touch and Go gang is back, and it's crazy. It's like been over like a year and a half that we've been doing this like back and forth. Actually, no, a little over a year and a couple months.
We're enrolling in preschool, guys.
Yes. But on the top, I have Xander Falick, and the bottom, Vic Rodriguez, and the bottom, Hannah Hardy. What's going on, guys?
Living the dream.
Yeah.
Just looking at the weather in Miami right now.
I mean, apparently it's supposed to rain like during the weekend, so that's not ideal.
No, it's 2018. What a palooza.
I mean, it's like literally every year
It was like
at
that
Wadapalooza
2021.
almost.
It was like
Yeah.
that 2021, yeah.
No, it's like 2018. It rained the entire weekend. They canceled
Oh.
workouts. Like it was like what we experienced in 21. We're like, oh, this is Miami.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
We
like
were
that.
getting,
There was
like-
like a warning for like a tropical storm or something.
Yeah. No, this is gonna be the. It's gonna be damp. I think is what the kids call it. With
Yeah.
The moistness.
I'm actually going to Disneyland that weekend in Orlando with the kiddos. And
Disney
so
World?
Disney World. So yes, my bad. It's Disney World. We're going to
It's all the
Epcot.
same.
Yeah, whatever. To Disney.
Whoa.
So-
If you're telling me Disneyland is the same as Disney World, nah.
No, Disney World is significantly better
I
than
know.
Disneyland.
So Disneyland, sorry. So we're going to Epcot and like Disneyland and all that Magic Kingdom and stuff. So, and my wife, I think I told you guys this already, but my wife was like, hey, for Christmas, I was planning to get you some tickets in a hotel room for Wadapalooza. And I was
It,
sitting there like, oh. And
Rude.
she's like, then I looked at the dates and that's when we were going to the Magic Kingdom in Epcot. And I'm
She
like,
shouldn't have told you.
You're like,
She shouldn't have ever told you.
It's okay.
I know. Finally, like you're going to go
So
to
what'd she say? She's
Wadapalooza.
like, "Hey, I bought you a hotel room for the CrossFit Open."
No, no, but it's okay. I mean, when she told me that, she's like, I don't know if I should even tell you that, but I'm like, it's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I understand. Whatever, all good.
hurts the same.
Yeah,
She'll just
But
get
I'll-
tickets to Rogue.
yeah. Well, I mean, we got Wadapalooza in California.
That's also
I keep
true.
That's
forgetting
true.
about that one. But that one's gonna be awesome. Like that, I'm very much excited about that. But we're not talking about that one yet.
No, not yet, not yet. So we got our first person on the chat, Brendan Schneider.
Oh,
Brendan, hey,
Oh, Brendan Snyder, coach
friend of the
Underdogs
show. Or
Friend
do
of the show.
we need something else?
Friend of the show.
Yep.
Friend of the
Yep.
program.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the program.
Well, I know it's the new year, so and then the holidays are all done with. So I kind of want to talk to you guys, see how everything went. So Xander, how was your New Year's Eve and all that stuff and Christmas?
It was great. Had a lot of fun with family for Christmas. And then for New Year's, I went to a rave and then a cowboy New Year's Eve party. So you could not find me in like two completely different outfits 2 nights in a row. And the
Okay.
rave was awesome.
How late did you stay until?
So got there at 7. So Saturday, got to Lights All Night in Dallas, 7. Ends at 2 a.m. I don't go to bed till 4:30. Like you're physically tired, but your mind is like just for 2.5 more hours. And then it was like I woke up at 9. Like my body would not let me go back to sleep. So I have like Sunday, which is New Year's Eve. I have 2 Nespressos, a cold brew, get lunch, another cold brew, and then I have 2 C4s before we try to go out because we went to
Oh,
a
What?
concert. Yeah,
Damn.
I was down bad, guys. I was
Bro,
down
how
bad.
was your heart? Is the hole small or big yet?
It's something that black hole that the Grinch calls Christmas is pretty big. It's
I could
pretty big.
imagine if you had a whoop on it, would see what your heart rate and your everything.
It's like 1%.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like no recovery. Got it.
It's like you took a nap. It is still Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah,
Trust me,
your
I've
chest
been-
is still pounding in your sleep.
I was catching up on sleep all week, but that was what I did for New Year's. So I had a great time.
All right. Vic, how was your New Year's and Christmas and everything?
Oh, it was the like exact opposite. I did nothing.
My bad. I forgot to record it.
Okay, that's all right. I was like, no, it was the complete opposite. It was nice. I got to just sleep in, go see family, do the whole gifts thing, and then New Year's Eve I went to bed at like 9:30 because I had to train the next day. So yeah, it was boring, which is perfect for me. I needed it. I didn't want to go too crazy, just with everything happening in January. So well worth it.
All right. Hannah, how was everything for you?
No, it was pretty chill too. Didn't do anything crazy like Christmas, just hung out with the family. I went back to Virginia for a few days before Christmas, and then Christmas I was here in Atlanta. Then New Year's Eve ended up not doing anything, which was quite nice. We got I think we just got like sushi and just hung out the whole night. And then as soon as it hit midnight, we're like, all right, it's bedtime. So nothing crazy. My New Year's Eve celebration was the bachelorette trip I just got back from, actually. So
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
that was more of a time out, and you're out until 2 or 3 in the morning. So
Nice.
I am
Nice.
feeling it.
I don't remember the last time I've been up till 2 o'clock in the morning. It's been a long time.
It's
But
worth it if you're with the right people, but if you do it by yourself, I feel like that's a problem.
yeah, Yeah, definitely. But so with my New Year's Eve little party, so it's with obviously my wife and the kids, and so we do now it's almost like a yearly tradition where we get fondue. We got these like
Okay.
the two we get two pots. So
Yeah.
obviously like one with like bone broth or whatever like that, and then the other one with like fondue, and then we cook meats, vegetables, bread, all that stuff, and then after that we do chocolate fondue, and then just
Okay.
like go to town with that. And
Do you do
so
it
and
at home or do you go to like one of those restaurants?
home.
Oh. So
So
do you like have the pots?
yes.
Nice.
Yeah, and we got then they're portable, like they're not portable, but we have these like little heaters too. So it's not like you have to put it on the stove or
Yep.
anything like that. So it's like
Nice.
literally
Yeah.
put it on the island and then just cook away and have at it. And so all the kids were like so excited that they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna stay up till midnight." And then my blood sugar was just like going like all over the place, and I'm like, I think it was like 11 o'clock. I'm like, I'm going to bed. My son's bed. It's like, can we stay up till midnight? And I'm like, no,
Oh, so you can't trick him yet? You can't trick him anymore?
no. He knows the time. He's
No,
8.
okay, because like this is the fun part. So apparently, some of the members at my gym, they have kids, even a little bit older, like around 8, but they do this thing called King Julian or something on like Netflix, where they basically fake a countdown, and it just tricks them into
Oh,
thinking
You could
it's
just do that. You
midnight.
could just do that on YouTube. You can find those.
Right.
yeah.
And so they just yeah, it gets into bed by like 9 or 10. They stay up a little bit later than normal, but then boom, done.
Yeah. Technically, I can probably watch the video. We could put on the video of Sydney, Australia with their fireworks going off because it's like 5 o'clock or whatever. It's like super early, you
Yeah.
know. But so I can just put that. I'm like, oh, hey, look, the fireworks. It's midnight. Hey. So, but I didn't do that. But my kids' Christmas gifts, crazy, crazy. It was like, why? It was like, it was so much stuff. So
Did
much.
Jeff Bezos deliver?
Yes, of course. Of
Okay,
course.
okay. Uncle Jeff coming in hot.
So the craziest one that we got was for my daughter was a power pony. So you know those like little the hoverboards with the two wheels that you can kind of
Yeah.
maneuver your
Yeah.
feet and go. So they have like a little post that's on the hoverboard, and you're riding a horse, and it's got wheels in the back legs.
So please tell me you bought 2 for your other child so you can joust your kids. Because
No, no, no,
Oh
no,
my
no,
gosh, that'd be
no.
awesome.
So there's a 200-pound limit on this thing. And so
Okay.
I built it right before we went to Christmas dinner, Christmas Eve dinner, and my wife is like, I gotta try this thing. And we were in the living room, and she was like almost smashing into shit, like all over the place. It's like, cause like the hoverboard, like literally you like turn it like one way,
Yeah.
the thing just starts like spinning like crazy. And so yeah, it was so, and then all of a sudden my son came down and was like, "Hey, my legs hurt. Like I got growing pains." And I'm like, "We're like, go back to bed. What are you doing? You just ruined Christmas. Nice job." And so then later on, I'm like, "Oh, Cindy, do you like what Santa gave you for the power pony?" And then my son's like, "No, you guys got it because I saw you guys riding it the night before."
Yeah.
Oh
I was like, "Shit."
That's
Well.
hilarious.
So yeah, that was pretty much the gist of my time for the holidays.
Nice.
Yeah. So good times. Low key, like almost low key, but you know, the kids are getting older and they're just like running all over the place with my nieces and nephews, and it's like, dude, I just want to go home. Too much. Too much.
Send me home.
Yeah. I was like, wrap it up.
Yep.
But anyways, so it's a new year. So do you guys do New Year's resolutions at all?
No.
No.
Do you have any goals at all?
I'm running an ultra marathon. I feel like that's a big enough
Okay.
goal in and of itself.
I feel like I set the goals every day. Like I set goals to just try to do more or just, be better. I think we're so stuck on just okay, every day we're not I mean, I don't have like a set goal right now, but in the morning I'll take a look at what I have to accomplish. Okay, how can I be better here?
Mhm.
Just try to find new ways to be better at one little thing. It could just doesn't have to be like you don't have to have these major like massive like resolutions or goals. We go, oh, I'm gonna do this year. I'm like, you can do BHAGs, of course, but those BHAGs are usually already on your wall, and you inch closer and closer to them. just by being consistent. So that's all I got.
Hannah, you got anything?
I think Vic put it nicely of like, I feel like we're all so process oriented that when it comes to resolutions, it's kind of just like lackluster because we're still going to do like the things that we do every day. Because we can't control like we can't control the outcome. So, with me, it's like, I always hope to go to the CrossFit Games. So, that's still like on my bucket list this year. So just like, train and hope for the best and do what I can there. And then professionally, just continue to be a doctor and figure out my life there. So, but not any resolutions. I'm still trying to, I do like finding like a word or a phrase to live by, like, or just like focus on in the year, but I haven't decided mine yet.
Okay.
We're
All
only
right.
8 days in, Hannah. It's fine.
I know.
Hey, it's been a busy 8 days.
It yeah, I feel like my words gonna come to me in February once I can slow down a little bit.
Like buys a calendar in February and just like, this is my word of the day.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
feel
when
like
everybody like when people are hitting that 3-4 week slump, that's when I'm just gonna hit my stride, aka start.
I always feel like Januaries are like the Mondays of the week of the year. You know what I mean? It's pretty
I don't
shitty.
know. Say it again. Try it
technically
again.
it's
One
true.
more
It
Yeah.
starts it.
One more
Yeah.
time.
Sorry, my bad. So I feel like the month of January is like the Monday. Like it's like a Monday. So obviously you got like, December is like a Saturday, whatever. So it's like there's nothing really going on. It's kind of lame and it's cold. So
As we talk about Wadapalooza, got it. Yeah, no,
Yes.
January's lame.
yeah, well, except for that. So, but speaking of that, yeah, Wadapalooza is coming out on what, Thursday. So
Yeah.
any of you guys going at all?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. All right.
Podium?
Are you guys no, I'm just staying here and going to Disneyland. So
You're in
You'll
Florida.
be in Florida.
yeah, but I'm not
So-
going to
Yeah.
Miami.
It's Wadapalooza in spirit.
Yes.
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 Go
I'll
to
probably
Orlando. You hit up Kissimmee. Go to that little Italian restaurant in the strip mall. It's totally authentic. Then you go
What's-
to Publix down the
there's
road.
like so many strip malls in there.
Florida is just a strip mall in general. So
Yes.
Also
Yes.
facts.
Yes. True. But
Yeah, there's a
Vix,
strip mall next to your old gym when you used to live in or when you lived in Florida.
yeah, no, my gym was technically in like a slight strip mall. It's like just
Yeah.
just behind it. So
That fruit stand was banging though.
you
No
you gotta
taxes.
get your fruit when you can. It's very high quality. It's probably picked right off the tree. It's right there. You just walk across the street.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
yeah,
$8 for a bushel of oranges.
I'm not getting into that. But Vic,
Come
so
on.
what are you going down there as a fan, working a booth, or like participating? What are you doing?
I'm doing a little podium stuff. We're gonna be working at the podium booth. Probably doing something for Victory Grips at some point, and then getting to watch as much as I can, and then do a little bit of training because I'm just kind of prepping for TFX still. So it was something that we had planned to do before I got the backfill invite to TFX, and I was like, oh, my January is going to be very busy. I was like, I already committed to this. So I was like, all right, let's let's do this. Let's figure out how to not go crazy and not be bloodshot on Monday when I'm trying to make my flight.
Thoughts and prayers, my guy. Thoughts and
Yeah. Yeah. But are you guys planning to watch it at home and what are your plans for it?
I'll probably watch a couple of the events that I want to watch. Probably am going to be more focused on team since I know more people on doing team. I also find the team workouts to be a little bit more interesting to me
Mhm.
personally. But I'll see Vic at TFX since I'm going down there to coach some friends.
Oh,
All right.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna be catching the events. Like I have a few friends doing individual Thursday and Friday, and then and then a few doing team Saturday, Sunday. So it'll be fun just to watch the whole weekend. It's always fun to look at Wadapalooza. It's always, it's I feel like what kicks off the season, even though the Open kicks off the season, this is just always just like something fun to look forward to, whether it's going or even watching. I mean, I'm glad it's free now and not, behind the Flow Elite paywall like back in the day. But I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I've always loved Wadapalooza, so just get inspired by everybody, and then I don't know, keep training.
Yeah. So as a team athlete at Wadapalooza a couple times, like what is the atmosphere for an athlete? Being at the Bayfront, on the runner or like lifting a barbell, seeing the crowd, like what's that experience when you were doing it?
Oh, I mean, it's crazy. I would say like, I mean, in at like Bayside being like right on the water, that is always surreal. I've always done like legless rope climbs every event. So like you get to climb and just like see the water like out and around, and yeah, it's like that's insane. Other than that, all the other venues like at the park, it's just I feel like pink and loud and lights everywhere and the same 5 songs. But it's I mean, I think Wadapalooza is no, seriously, that's it. I mean, Wadapalooza is known for being crazy. I mean, a huge community event. So, definitely like behind the scenes, it's a little like hard to warm up and things along those lines. But other than that, it's just like I've always liked it because everybody's just kind of there for a good time. And there's like some people that are super cutthroat, but I mean, at the same time, I'm like, hey, chill. It's not like the actual season. You're not going to get, you're not going to get money from this. Like the people who are typically cutthroat are the ones, in the bottom like 10. And everybody else is like, just having fun and dominating, even though they've, haven't even ramped up training like, too hard yet. So
those are the two people.
But it's like I think it's fun. I'm glad I'm not in that hustle and bustle though. I think like sometimes like because there's so many people competing, it just gets stressful just because you're just like trying to like navigate through people in the warm-up area, or even just like at the venue itself, just like going to a booth might take 20 minutes.
It's overstimulating.
Yeah.
Like overstimulating, and all the changes that happen when they're like guiding you into your heat. You're like, oh, we're actually gonna audible. Oh, things are running behind. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go there. And then you're like, wait, I just warmed up. Oh yeah, we're gonna delay you by like 30 minutes. So yeah, kick rocks.
No, there's that, or like I know my first year at Wadapalooza, they like changed the movements. They were like, we ran out of equipment. We're like, how do you run out of equipment? It's like you were supposed to do like double dumbbell snatches, and then we ended up like only having one. And I was like, okay. And then the last time I went, we had I think shuttle runs in a workout, and Rich was like, I don't want to tear an ACL, so they just like did like burpees over a line instead, which I was totally fine with.
Oh yeah.
So you just kind of like you just like let things happen, because I mean it's Wadapalooza. Event might be canceled because of the rain. It could be canceled because someone went back to their hotel room and didn't tell anybody. You never know.
They've never lost a swimmer.
Yes.
They've never lost a swimmer.
It's never
Hey,
lost
I
a
was
swimmer.
close. I was close. That boy was rowing a little too slowly. I was like, save me. That shit was bad. It was embarrassing. But he was like, I'm coming. I'm like, you're not fast enough, dog. Like, I don't think you understand this. I'm fearing for my life. But he got me. It was fine. I was just being dramatic.
Yeah. So do you think Wadapalooza is like the best run competition, or one of the top?
No.
No.
There's way too many things going on.
It's just a lot.
So
Yeah.
I guess we need to be very specific about this. It's like they're probably one of the longest running ones.
Yes.
There's logistical issue. Like I think the best run competition is Rogue.
Yeah. Because there's only,
And the games.
there's so few competitors.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
that's the
when you
reason,
start
yeah.
like when you take 1/8 of the competitors. Like, yeah, it easily makes everybody's day that much easier. So Rogue in the games, like, especially now that it's gonna be like just teams, just like
Teams in India, and then everything else
that's
gonna get
it.
split up.
Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
it's gonna make
Teams,
that easier,
Masters,
but it's like
Adaptive is all gonna be handled.
Wadapalooza is cool because it's a community event. It doesn't like the seriousness that other events that had that air to it don't exist. They do the best
Yeah.
they can with herding cats, which is CrossFit athletes to a T.
Yeah, I still think that Wadapalooza is one of the better run events just because of the size and scale, right? So
Okay.
if you had that same amount of confusion for 3 divisions, you'd be like, "Hey, this is unacceptable. Like
Mhm.
this is crazy." But when you have so much going on and you have so many heat times, so many things, and that limited amount of space, because we talk about it like it is a big area, but with all the vendors there, with all the fans and spectators, and the few and like the events, the way that they're set up, it ends up being just a little too small for everything that they're trying to accomplish. Um, so I give them a little bit of grace. I know we get hard we're hard on them for like some of the mix-ups and the heats being pushed back and the delays and all that, but some of those variables that you just got to roll with it, especially because of what we're trying to highlight here. It's a community event, so they're trying to include as many people as possible and give people that feeling of like, hey, like this is a real thing. Like people come all around the world to come together and do this thing that we call fitness racing, CrossFit, and you know, just have fun with it. And not to the point. The only thing that they worry about is not letting people get hurt. And I feel like I think they do a pretty good job with that.
I mean, I haven't seen anybody get hurt when I've watched.
Yeah, like I think I mean, I really think it's like awesome that like Wadapalooza can handle like so many things. So it's like what I feel like, what we look for typically in like well-run competitions, it's like Wadapalooza's on its own playing field. Like it can't be compared to like other ones as much.
Yeah. And also, this is like for Hannah. So, obviously in the warm-up section and all, you have, all the athletes that are back there, and you have media too as well. So how do you how media is not there?
no, only
Media,
some of
no,
them, only
media,
them
like
sneak in if
it
they're
just
like
yeah, they're
coaches
not.
bands and stuff.
Yeah, don't
Oh,
like media's. Forget about it.
okay.
Yeah, like I remember when it was when like this Vaughn podcast was like first doing their, live streams at events, and you had Matt Souza with his little gimbal and stuff, like just like filming us like right before we went out there, but maybe asked us a question or two, but other than that, that's all the media that I saw for the most part.
Oh, okay. Because I've seen Craig Ritchie, I think, and like the Buttery Bros, like in the back of like the warm-up area.
That's not media.
That's like set up events. Like they have
That's
like
you get the special like
Treatment.
please have your way with us pass.
Gotcha.
That's
yeah,
like
because
media pass.
they organized a few things in the athlete warm-up area, but it was away from the athlete warm-up area. It was just in that section. There's like a little amphitheater portion where they do basically they have talks or they'll have people do demos. And that's another place for them to kind of get in there and do their content. And it just so happens that sometimes, you record some people in the athlete warm-up area and talk to some people as well. So it just kind of goes along with that. But they also do stuff with Wadapalooza, which is why you see them like on the actual like event floor recording and seeing and going to athletes as well. So a little different.
Okay. All right. I was mistaken. I'm sorry. So
Go next time.
Yeah, why don't you
I would
go?
love to, man.
Weren't you supposed to go this year?
Yeah, I'm going to Disneyland, so Magic Kingdom. So yeah, I literally had on my work computer before I left, the Wadapalooza logo on my background. So like literally that, and my monitor had the Wadapalooza logo, because like I'm going to this bitch. I am going. Like
Have fun with Walt Disney, motherfucker.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Go get you
Now-
a wand, okay?
yes,
Go
now
to
I can.
Universal.
Wrong one. Wrong
Yeah.
Hey,
one.
this next door, if
Get
you're
it
gonna be
correct.
there.
Yeah. Well, now I can go to the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster ride. So with my son, so
That's
he's
probably
happy
gonna
about
be-
that.
That's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
So
Can recommend. It's a very good ride.
yeah. So, but did you see? Have you guys seen like the list of athletes that are going to be there for like
Yeah.
individual at all? Or so I'm pulling up an app. I'm not saying the name. But
No free ads on this bitch.
yeah, no
okay?
free ads. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
all right. We're not helping people out.
No, I help people out. I mean, I have advertisers that are on my well, not now, but on the screen during on the videos and stuff like that. So, but they give me a promo code. So, and I'm waiting for Sharp and the Axe to give me one too. So we'll see about that. Anyway, so on the men's side, you have Patrick Vellner, Roman Kredikov, Ricky Garrard, Brent Fikowski, Colton Mertens, Nick Matthews, Samuel Cormier. I knew I could mess that last name up. Guy Mayeros, James Sprague, Austin Hatfield, Jack Farlow, Spencer Panchik, and Samuel Quant. Pretty much like a whole slew of individual. And it looks like that Travis Mayer withdrew.
No, he's gonna end up doing team.
I
He's
think
probably just
he's
not doing
going
both.
team.
He's doing
Oh,
team.
yes?
He
Oh.
originally was gonna do both, but I bet you he decided for the Lord above that that's a terrible idea, as I've heard from numerous other athletes.
Yeah, it's not favorable to do both indie and elite, although
Well,
it's fun.
Yeah, it's an
but-
awful idea. It's like it's in theory, if you're winning, it makes a great idea. Like Pat's the only person that I'm aware of that's doing both.
Yeah, I feel like Pat will win indie again.
Pat has to be the favorite.
Yeah. I mean, he's won it what three
I don't know.
times?
Brian
it's
Friend does not have him winning, which I found very surprising.
Who does he have winning?
I forgot who he has winning.
Oh,
Is
I
it
think-
Ro? Is
Wait,
it
Adler's
Ricky?
going team, right?
Yeah, I didn't see him on the individual list.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jeff's going team. I don't think Roman and Ricky are gonna push so hard on indie. They're gonna save that for team. Because I'm pretty sure it's Roman and Ricky are doing a team together, right? With Crouch.
That I'm unsure of, but that's probably true.
Yeah, they don't have this app doesn't. I don't think it does have the teams.
Brian thinks Gabby Magala and Ricky are gonna win.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gabby's a good bet. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that.
It's just gonna come down to the events and like if it rains and if they adjust any of them. But I like the
Mhm.
events. I think the events are good.
Yeah.
But
do-
like Pat, I think has to be the favorite on the guy. Like I would say, like there's something about it. I don't know how long Ricky's been in the U.S. and if the time change is gonna mess with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
as long
I
as he
have no
doesn't
clue.
get,
He just
as
has,
long as
like,
he doesn't like,
Oh,
I
I
know.
was just saying, like, Pat just has a really good track record. It's hard not to, see that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I think I don't know. I mean, I like Ricky winning it, but obviously Patrick has that pedigree of winning it multiple times. And it might be, and do you have like anybody on the outlier for like third place or anyone that might get on the podium that you don't think that everyone else thinks?
Nick Matthew. I could see Nick Matthew making a surprise run to the podium, and not that he's not talented. It's just that he usually I think having a shorter competition schedule favors him because he can get hot. Like when he does well and he has that momentum going, he gets like an extra boost, and it's like, okay, you can't stop him.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see him doing that. I could see
Colton Mertens bump up. No.
These workouts aren't for him.
Yeah.
Oh man, that box jump step down is gonna murder him.
Yeah, I don't think these workouts are built for him. by
Yeah.
any means.
I did watch Taylor Self do the box box jumps with the step down, and he
Mhm.
said it took way too long for the step downs for that workout. But
Another guy that might do something, Henrik Haapalainen.
I love
Mhm.
Hopalapapapanis.
I mean, I feel like that might be fun to see.
I mean, he's 6 feet, so I mean he's a taller individual, so it's gonna be easier with those box jumps. But
No, I think Luke Parker is gonna surprise more people. He usually stays a lot more fit ahead of these things.
Mhm.
I think he's gonna end up being the guy that kind of sticks out. And then on the female side, I have a feeling that Emily Rolfe is gonna probably end up on the podium. I have
Mhm.
a feeling about it.
Yeah,
I think
That's
Ariel.
a good pick. There's
yeah.
no like there's no true strength event this year, is there?
Well, on the indie side, they had the
Okay,
1 rep
my
max
bad.
hang snatch, but it's like 2 attempts. But it's really like, which is probably cool for them. But it's also, I bet you everyone's like, I don't feel like this is enough, and it's like, yeah, that's
yeah.
probably right. I think
Yeah.
I just enjoy the team side way more at Wadapalooza than the indie events, because I feel like there's more favorites.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do.
Yeah. So
I
I'm
mean,
really
Wadapalooza is
looking
known for
forward
the
to
team
the
of 3.
yeah, like, and that's what I'm looking for, especially since Chandler and Noah kicked off Travis.
Oh, I love that
The
team
three
though.
the three amigos replaced an
Are
amigo.
no longer amigos at this competition.
Yeah, they replaced an amigo. So
Wow.
No, that's just, you know.
All right. So who do you got for who do you got for first, second, third on the women's side?
oh god, like now you're just like,
I'll do it. I'll go first if you want.
Yeah, let's
I'm
go.
I'm thinking Rolf, Lowen, Magala, and I want to say 4 and 5. I still think that probably Danny Spiegel will sneak in there, and just because I want to see it happen, I want to see Aaliyah Miller get in the top 5.
Okay. Okay.
So that's my dark horse.
Do you think Daniel Brandon would be in the top 5?
Oh, I forgot that they left her off the list. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yo, I gotta
nope,
take that.
nope, you
Sorry,
can't,
Danielle.
Oh my
Nope,
God,
too late. That's
Sorry,
it. You know, it's
Danielle.
done. It's done.
Oh,
No,
damn.
No,
Damn.
no.
If she actually sees it, she's like, "You didn't vote for me? Really, dog?" Like, all right, more
Maybe she'll
fuel.
give you a hug like Souza, like she did Souza. So never mind. Anyway, so will that change everything since you have Daniel Brandon
no.
on the list?
Yeah, I would probably. I think it would change some things because there is no like, and this isn't a knock, but because like you said, there's no real true strength event that can like really hurt her.
Mhm.
I think that she would definitely be up there, you know, second, third, right around there. That would switch mine up. And it's not that she's not strong. She's been working on it. It's just that like that top end strength is something that takes forever to build. So, but she's been working and
Yeah.
it's definitely shown. So,
All right, Hannah, who do you got?
Not in particular order. But at least on the podium, I think Ariel Lowen, probably Danielle Brandon. I'm torn between Gabby Magala and Emily Rolfe. It really is just saying like, okay, like how far down the leaderboard is like the snatch going to take Emily? That's like the one thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I think like snatching wise, I think she can like keep up though, like enough, you know.
Yeah.
So
I mean
those are
that's my
4.
list. Yeah, that's my 4 too. So, Xander, what do you got?
I was gonna go guys.
Okay.
all
Yeah,
right,
'cause
let's
I'm
go,
like, we can
guys.
only talk.
Yeah,
like,
we didn't
we can
really.
only talk about the same girls. It's like
I know.
we're gonna take top. We're gonna build like Spice Girls and then just replace who's Sporty Spice. So, which is still always Danielle Brandon if we're doing Spice Girls. It's like, yep,
Mhm.
nope, Sporty Spice is Danielle. So guys, I think it's going to end up, the top 3 is going to be a mix of Brent, Ricky, and Pat. Some mix up of that order. Roman is probably going to be hanging right around there. And then I think Spencer Panchik is who I'm going to end up picking.
Ooh, okay.
Because I think he's going to do really good on the Olympic lifting event. And then
Okay.
he's going to do really well on that like kettlebell lunge, like the Circo.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Vic, what do you got?
I mean, that's like that's a really good setup. I might throw in, like I said, Henrik Haapalainen to sneak into the top 5, and then Nick Matthew. So I might replace Spencer and Brent. And then I like doing this. I want to do this because I think it's cool to highlight some of the newer athletes that you see at this level. And one guy that I actually trained with who's going to be there at the elite level this time, his name's Drake Lewis. I'm looking to see what he does this year. Really excited. Got to train with him before at a previous camp. Awesome dude. Just excited to see him. I mean, that's part of what Waterpalooza is about. I want to see some of the people that I know go out and, just send it and go for it and see what happens. So looking forward to that.
Anna, who you got?
I mean, same top 4, but I'll just go for like people that like I think are gonna be fun to watch. And I'm excited to like see what they do. Everybody's on the, or I feel like I mean, I did crash, so I'm kind of on the Austin Hatfield train. There's like, the typical, people who win crash end up going to the CrossFit Games. I've always been a fan of John Wood. I went to the games with him in 21. He was on the backcountry team. So it's been really cool seeing him like, go indie and actually do really, really well. And, like this past year, like not missing out by like too many spots. And then my boy Tanner Balaz is doing elite. So of course, like I want him to do very well. So I'm very excited to see him too.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm just looking at them right now on this app. So
On this this app we shall not name.
yes.
But if you wanted to win money, you potentially could see it somewhere else and win yourself dollars.
Yes, true. Yes. Which I might try that. So I like a little gambling here and there. Why not? Free money.
You're like, I'm gonna go to Disney World. I'm also gonna bet CrossFit.
Yeah.
God, how degenerate of you, Florida man.
Yep.
I'm taking the under, damn it, on the reps. So. All right. Well, that concludes the Waterpalooza section of that. So
we're not even talking team. It's gonna be
okay. Fine. We
Team.
can talk team.
Okay, talk team. All right.
I don't even know who's on what team or whatnot.
I'm just looking forward to the guy side.
I don't even know who's on first.
Because there's no like, it's Noah Tolaquino and Chandler Smith, and then it's like Patty V, Travis, and
BKG, right?
I think it's BKG. I think
Yeah,
you're
I think
correct.
it's BKG.
Oh,
On the
that's
guy
fun.
side, yeah, it's gonna be. The guy side is just gonna be really fun. The women's side, I'm just looking. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's Patty V, Travis, and Will. They could win.
Yeah.
Will, I feel like they could end up like really seeing some stuff happen. I think that could be a lot of fun if we saw that happen. Female side, I'm just looking at the teams just from like the Wadapalooza Instagram page. I saw that Brooke Wells, Bailey Rail, and Paige Powers are on the team. I think that's a strange mix, but that's just me.
Definitely a strange mix.
Strange mix,
I mean,
but
I
it
think
could work.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of the girls' teams end up being just like sponsor driven.
Yeah, their
the
team
guys'
name
teams
is
that-
Team Ice Barrel.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you see it.
I think you're not wrong. I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm not like too sure about the females. I have teams that I think are really like super fun to watch. That a few of my friends are on, but like guys wise, like the two that we mentioned, like it's just I think that's gonna be like head to head all weekend. So but I don't know. Team tier might be good. That's Ricky, Dallin, and Jason.
Yeah.
I think that's a strong squad.
it's strong on paper. Emotionally, I feel like it's gonna implode.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
At least it'll be. I think they're gonna be a fun team to watch. Like whether they blow up or do well.
Yeah, that's fair. You such a. It makes sense. They didn't put out the leaderboard yet.
What do you mean?
I was like, oh yeah, where would they put the teams on a leaderboard? And I'm like, oh, the competition hasn't happened yet. And of course, they put a
Oh,
leaderboard.
yeah.
So okay, and that was team talk.
Yes. Are you surprised that like some people didn't make it to Wadapalooza?
No, this is always that weird like. This is always the comp where you just see athletes like show up for sponsors but not fitness.
Yeah.
Because like, just because we're not talking about them doesn't mean they're not gonna be there.
True.
Right. It's not even like they're like not gonna do well. Like they're probably gonna be in like the top 10 still, but
Yeah.
people again, like this is a community event. People are having fun. People aren't in full training mode. I don't think people need to necessarily like show up for Wadapalooza.
Yeah, it's
All
one
right.
of those. Yeah, the workouts don't really show like fitness this early in the year that you like truly need. It's like, okay, were you good for the workouts? Were you doing some stuff in the off season? That's why I have a feeling Patty V on the indie side again.
Do you have some people that actually do peak for this competition, or
I think it's not
like the
Maybe
probably
it's
the probably
not-
maybe
like,
it's
an
not the
maybe an
athletes who, like,
intermediate.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is people's like this is the non-professional level like Super Bowl event probably. I would tell you that if you're looking to find people that are like going to be at semis this year and can be like your first bid to the games, it's not Indie Elite, it's Indie what's the next level step down that you
RX.
competed in? Yeah, it's RX. Go
RX.
watch the RX, find the top 10 male and female in there and you'll see two names at semis and a couple of them will probably go to the games this year.
Yeah.
That's fair.
all right, cool. All right, so that concludes the Wadapalooza chat. So next up is the Go Ruck CrossFit Games.
Is it the Go Ruck
Well, I
uniform
don't think
games?
they're
I don't
they're not
think
the
it's Go
title
Ruck-
sponsor.
No,
I think they're just
They're
the main sponsor.
Shoe and
They're the
Outfitter.
shoe and outfits.
yep, still the CrossFit Games. No title sponsor.
Yeah.
Big
I thought
Coke
it was Go
can
Ruck.
still come in.
Big
I
Coke
think
could
people
still come in.
assume. I think people
Yeah, they
assume it's the
assume.
Go Ruck game. It's not the title sponsor though.
Nah, this is
Gotcha.
the Shasta CrossFit Games, baby.
No, I need the Mr. Pibb CrossFit Games.
Yeah, I want Panda Express to come back.
Yes. Yes,
That's fair.
definitely. That's a good one.
The Chick-fil-A CrossFit Games would just really just put like just already
I mean,
ostracize more of our
What about the
community.
Chipotle CrossFit Games? Is there
That would
enough
be more
porter
acceptable.
potties?
That
Yeah.
would be acceptable.
So if they actually did Chick-fil-A CrossFit Games, it would actually be closed on Sundays, so that wouldn't work out.
I know, like
Well, there's
you
no
know,
chicken
people
sandwiches just for the Lord.
Yeah. But so Go Ruck's not the title sponsor as of what we know so far.
From what the press release and everything, it just is the official shoe, and it seems like just the apparel. Like they're gonna do the uniforms.
But typically the people that do the uniforms
You're
and
not
stuff
wrong.
like
That is
Yeah,
how it's
yeah.
worked in the past.
that. Yeah.
So, but the thing was, when Under Armour did it in 2010, it was not the Under Armour CrossFit Games. It was still the CrossFit Games presented by Under Armour or something. So it's one of those things where it's like, because it hasn't been this way for the past almost 15 years, we're just like, what's going on? But
Yeah.
it makes more sense that they would probably have somebody else like foot the bill.
hmm So has anybody tried their shoes or their gear or anything like that?
I've competed at the Go Ruck Games. They have their
Oh,
own
okay.
they have their
Yeah,
own
yeah.
competition. But
Yeah.
their shoes are nice. Again, like talking about shoes at this point, it's like I still haven't tried the Born Primitive ones. I heard they're okay. But Go Ruck shoe is very reminiscent to me of the Noble shoe, which didn't really fit me all that comfortably. But I also have friends who are sponsored by Go Ruck, but also like really love their shoes. And they're
Yeah.
like, no, I actually really enjoy them.
Yeah, I had a friend who did the trail run, the Ultimate Hawaiian Trail Run in the Go Ruck shoes. And they're sponsored. They also sponsored by Go Ruck, but they loved it. It was great. So
I just don't think they're not known for their footwear. They are
Oh.
known for their backpacks. Or I'm sorry, rucksacks. Let's be like Very appropriate.
rucksacks.
I wonder if you could add weight to your Go Ruck shoes.
Yeah, it's called ankle weights.
No, like actually, if they make like little spots for them, like here, have your shoe plates, and you
Oh
shove
my
in like
God.
too
Maybe.
gimmicky, too
Put,
gimmicky.
put
All
it
right,
in the
that's-
sole.
It's on brand. It's on brand though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Funny as
okay.
hell.
Well, that kind of ruined my topic that I wanted to talk about. So,
What-
So
what-
that-
why did
also,
that ruin
Todd was
it?
like, "Is this a good?" It's like, "Is this a good
Well-
title sponsor?"
well,
Is that
yeah.
what
I
you were
mean,
gonna
like,
say?
well, yeah. Like, so
Your questions are still valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually talked to this the gentleman that owns Spider Chalk. So they're like the #1 American chalk brand ever. Like they're the only American company that produces chalk in the United States. Everything else is like imported from China. And he was an affiliate. He owned an affiliate, I think, for 12 years, and
Okay.
he was one of the first 125 people to own an affiliate in the world.
Okay.
So he's like really like he knows, and like I think he was like the regional manager for the Southeast.
At
So
some
he
point.
yeah. So he was like pretty well known within the CrossFit space.
Hmm.
And he actually asked me, it was actually in the podcast that's coming out in a couple weeks. He's like, name a company that has sponsored the CrossFit Games that actually still made a profit, except for Rogue.
Zevia.
But did they make a profit after sponsoring the CrossFit
Yeah,
Games?
but the thing is, it's like they're not going to open the books. Like that's the thing. It's
Yeah.
like, here's the thing: brands use CrossFit for the exposure, and then they launch off in others. Like if you're asking me if Reebok's made a profit, Reebok has never made a profit. They're just a shoe brand.
Yeah.
That's why they keep getting traded from company to company to company. Noble is still trying to find their way. Like they're gonna still be around. I don't see them going away, but it's like brands use CrossFit as a launching pad. Because typically when you look at your standard, probably average CrossFitter, it's affluent, career, disposable income.
Hmm.
And impulsive.
And man, like let's get fucking John just to tell me how many shoes I can buy from make Wads great again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like that's like it's how many different pairs of shoes can we own? Like we all know we have too many.
I don't know if I have.
Actually, I'm probably one of the outliers. I only have like two
That's
or three
because you
pairs
don't
of
do
shoes.
real CrossFit. You're in a Muay Thai like strength gym thing.
No, a powerlifting gym. Powerlifting
Oh, I'm
gym.
sorry. My
So,
bad.
but that has bumper
Muay
plates.
Thai. Okay.
Yes. It's on the second floor.
Oh,
So,
okay.
It's on the second.
yeah, they literally the gym has like
He's posted videos of this. This is why I've like I can
Yeah.
make these.
so like literally like jujitsu mats on the second floor / like cycling, like bicycling, cardio, and they have like their own like restaurant up there too. And then you go down to the basement, which I've never been up there. Maybe
What if they
once.
serve cauliflower?
No, they serve
Just
like
ears.
they serve like protein shakes and like breakfast and stuff like that. And so I don't know if they do lunch, but then on the first floor is you have like your stretching, cardio, the powerlifting area, and then you have like the machines and everything. And in the back part of the powerlifting area is a boxing ring. And so like where I live, it's a very it's a very big Mexican or like Spanish like group of people that are in my town. So and they love boxing for some reason. I keep on
Atlanta,
asking.
Like Georgia's a big boxing hub. Like it
Yeah,
just
I
is.
guess. Yeah. And so like in the afternoons, if you get there at like 4:30 to like
Mhm.
8 o'clock, it is slammed with like people that are boxing. That's it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it, like
I believe
and I'll see people at like 4:30 in the morning, like they're boxing and they don't touch any weights whatsoever. They just box the whole time.
They'll jump rope too.
Well, I mean they'll do that, but like I'll see like anybody like just they'll hit the bag, they'll get in the ring, just do some moves, and like that's it, and then go home.
Sick. That's
Yeah,
so
they
cool.
love
I'm sure
that. They
this-
love that shadow boxing shit. You get up in the ring, you ain't even with someone. They just want
Yeah.
to show you how quick their head can jab.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
got
I know
that, and they
shit.
got that they got that rope that's like goes across the ring, so they can kind of
Mhm.
go duck under and stuff like that. And so, and here's me using a speed bag, just trying to get coordinated with it, and it's just no bueno. So
That's what they say to you, right?
Yep, pretty much. They're like, no way, Holmes. No way, Holmes. But yeah. So since we don't have a title sponsor for the games, like, what are you guys expecting? Maybe for the games, or maybe for the Open. We'll get started at the Open first. Like, what are you expecting for the Open to be like? I know they have like the 3 workouts. Are they going to have like A and B part, or what are you guys? What are your thoughts on that?
If they can't get a title sponsor, I'm sure they're just gonna get smaller companies to sponsor each workout each week to like bring some notoriety, and then whoever sees the most uptick from that, they'll offer a deal to be the main sponsor. Or they don't have a title sponsor, just have a bunch of small sponsors, and they try to make their brand that actual staple of this is the CrossFit Games. No title sponsor there, just us. I don't know. That just seems like the only real course that you can take at this point.
Yeah. So do you think they're going to break even this year, even being that new Texas stadium?
It's Dickey's Arena, sir. Get it right.
Oh, sorry, Dickies Arena.
Thank you. Put some respect on that Blue G name.
Yes.
Like,
Well,
the
I don't
thing
know.
is,
They
it's
don't
like,
have to, like, they're cutting a bunch of costs by, making it a much smaller event. So, but I have no clue. I don't necessarily think like the games like need a title sponsor. They could get, like the next, like maybe a couple more in the next level down and be fine. At least in my opinion. Um, but I think like with, this kind of like transition year, I mean, who knows? Like, I
it's our
don't,
4th transition.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't
Yeah,
every
no.
year
Like,
a
at this point-
transition year?
I
I
really
have a really
don't. I
off-color
think
joke
this
I'll
is going to
tell
be
us
very
after.
short. I think this is going to be very short-lived. Here in Fort Worth, but like let's just make it smaller. Not like it's still going to be the spectacle that we love, but has a few different changes. I feel like they're going to break even, but they're not going to bring in as much money because they're not going to have as many spectators come. And I like again, like I don't. CrossFitters are gonna buy whatever is new and flashy and whatnot. So maybe there's gonna be a profit, but I don't know. I don't think like necessary like noble like I don't think. I mean, we know they didn't do as well as they thought they were gonna do. So I don't know what's gonna happen with GoRuck.
Maybe having GoRuck as the outfitter for the shoes and the apparel, maybe this is a chance for them to, make some marketing deals with other companies to get their brands or logos on the athletes' t-shirts and apparel as well, kind of like you do with like, I don't know, NASCAR racers or F1, where you just have all these badges and shit. Just like they do in other sports too.
Yeah, and I even thought like I was bringing this up to one of the teams that I know here in Atlanta, and like well TTT was sponsored by Born Primitive, yet at the games I mean we could now wear their shoes, but everything else like we couldn't. So this could be a good way for say like okay there's no title sponsor, there's no legit uniform, or maybe it's like hey you have a shirt just to make sure that you have like a number and a name and people know who you are, but you can actually wear other stuff and promote other companies, and that just brings more money to everybody, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
don't think that's gonna happen. Like, I'll be honest, like, GoRuck's gonna end up like hopefully the GoRuck designs just have bigger names on them. I think that was the biggest issue. Like, Hannah, your first year was the first year of the Noble Games when we couldn't read your name on
Yeah,
like,
no, like you
yeah.
couldn't read
like
anything.
that like and here's the thing, it's if you look at the UFC used to do that, right? Where all the athletes could wear shorts with as many NOS like jacked 3D like
Yeah.
as many different logos as possible. It looked like NASCAR. Then they got sponsored by Reebok because UFC was able to collect more of the checks because of the royalties. They're like CrossFit. I don't see them trying to get away from that. That doesn't really make sense to me. It makes more sense at semis, just letting athletes wear what they want. But at the end of the day, it's like the CrossFit Games is going to be the CrossFit Games. We still refer to it as the CrossFit Games. Like
Yeah.
nobody really ever like
No,
if
it
you called
says like Noble or
the
Reebok.
Noble
Yeah.
CrossFit Games.
Yep.
It's like
Yeah.
Sean Woodland is saying that because he's paid to,
Yeah.
right? Like
Well, he
yeah,
has to. Yeah, he
yeah,
has
like
to.
that's the thing. It's like he has to. Like that's the right thing to do as the title sponsor. It's also one of those things where it's like whatever, like potentially whatever the asking price was for a title sponsor is not what yesterday's price is not today's price because now you have less athletes going and it's not going to be as like many days, right, for sponsoring it. So like that's also something to consider. But at the end of the day, it's like there's probably going to be some like other big sponsor that comes through, or GoRuck ends up being the title sponsor and they just butchered that announcement.
Mhm. I always thought, like, why can't obviously Rogue has their own thing, but why can't Rogue or Tier like just take over the title sponsors?
Why? So here's the better question: why?
True.
Like, why should they?
What did they
Tier
get out of
has
it?
a
Yeah.
big enough name.
Like they're
Tier has a big enough name in swimming, CrossFit, and now they're starting to like assimilate into the marketplace.
Yeah.
Rogue, really? Like Rogue? You think Rogue needs to like title sponsor anything?
Well,
when
no,
they're,
of
like, the
course
official
not.
like, it just doesn't make sense. Plus, they have their
Yeah.
own competition. Like
Yeah,
that's also
true.
my other argument. But Rogue's too big at this point. Like you're gonna see their name and everybody knows it's Rogue who built it.
Mhm.
Like I think they have a good enough relationship where like it's free advertising for Rogue and Rogue's putting it out there.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of my thoughts on it when it comes down to like, okay, if anything's gonna happen, it's gonna be like somebody's gonna end up. They're gonna have like they have plenty of sponsors anyway. I don't think Arasti sponsors as much anymore, but it's like even when you looked at the Coliseum floor, you always saw like Bear Complex, Two Pood. Like they have plenty of sponsors.
Right. Like they have like they have those like partner level sponsors that I think are going to be fine. I think you're just going to get like maybe a few more of those.
All right. All right. So another question is, do you think they're going to be able to wear their own shoes? Like, let's just say if someone's
Yes.
sponsored by
Yeah.
they are? Okay.
I
Absolutely.
don't see them going. I don't see
Yeah.
them undoing that.
Or
doesn't
you're just
make-
going to see a bunch of people, doing
Well,
what Matt
GoRuck
Fraser
doesn't make
did and
lifters.
outfitting,
Yeah, it's like
the shoe
they
that
make
they
running
want.
shoes and like they have a basic their ballistic trainer, which is a nice shoe. I've heard their runners are pretty good too, but it's like they don't have a lifting shoe. Like it doesn't make a ton of sense to like go back and keep changing things. It's kind of like the hand grip rule that never ended up coming to fruition.
Yeah. Well, I mean, VersaLift could sponsor the CrossFit Games and give people VersaLifts so they can wear the GoRuck shoes and have that little lift.
Hey, VersaLifts, I remember when they didn't even make them out of plastic.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
I
the
know.
wooden ones.
I still live by my VersaLifts, so
I love my
I kind of
VersaLifts.
I kind of want my OG version again.
Those OG ones, honestly, like they were my favorites because they molded into your sole
Yeah.
of your foot, not like a sole for the ginger guy that doesn't have one. See, thanks South Park.
All right.
Great.
All right. So we're getting close to the end. So do you guys have any other questions or topics you want? I know Vic, I know you had a topic you kind of wanted to talk about for a little bit.
Oh, I did, and I totally forgot. I forgot for the moment because we were having such great conversations about gingers not having souls. No, yeah, it's just this. It's the whole diet thing, the whole food and lifestyle, and I just I keep seeing so much like cannon fodder around people nitpicking and talking about, oh, it's a new year, okay, let's talk about diet or let's talk about lifestyle, and I just wanted to hear or maybe have like a soundboard here from y'all because we all have different experiences with food, and our relationship with food, you know, hasn't always been I mean, as for myself, food, my relationship with food hasn't always been the best. Um, and I keep seeing people talk about, oh, this is what you should do. You should stay away
So
from these
you
foods.
just
And
opining the new year, new me, like diet fads. Is that really
yeah,
what
I
is?
just,
Okay.
I just, yeah, just a
It's
quick
okay. I'm just trying to
reminder.
understand because it's one of those things where like it's important. Like I think because we're so on the fitness side, where sometimes we lose sight of the fact that 99% of the world doesn't really do things that healthy. But again, at the end of the day, It is January 8th. Hannah doesn't have her word of the year, and we are still waiting for, like, a lot of people are just like, I'm waiting to the new year to get my diet on track, and it's a marketing scheme. Like,
Yeah.
Factor, like, I'm not even gonna name them, like, they could be future podcast sponsors. This is a marketing thing. Like, this is one of those things where it's like, it's important to remind people just whatever you want your diet to be. It doesn't need to be as strict. It doesn't need to be like restrictive. It doesn't need to be like eat everything. You need to find something that works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, it's like whatever works for you. And if it's paleo for somebody, if it's carnivore, if
Oh,
it's
I forgot about
keto,
paleo.
whatever,
It's always
whatnot.
funny.
Like, it's like at least they're taking a step in the right direction. And I know, all of us here have probably done like something super drastic and have gone to one end of the spectrum and then gone to the complete other. And I feel like people kind of need to do that to figure out like the middle ground.
Yeah, if only we had someone that does nutrition here on the podcast, it'd be really good. Wait a second.
I wonder who. No, but
Shoot,
I mean,
free
it's
plug,
like,
free plug.
no, I'll never like, I'll never like try to like badmouth like any diets. It's just like, like Xander brought up, like people don't know any better. We're very, like CrossFit is built on the foundation of nutrition. So we get like a lot of knowledge. We talk about these things and what works and what doesn't and what's healthy and what's not, and like what we need to fuel versus like, the average gym goer that works out for 30 minutes to an hour. And like we get these conversations where it's like most people don't, and there's so much out there, so much information out there that people don't know what's right and wrong. And typically the most flashy stuff is maybe not like the most sustainable or I don't know, like the most enticing thing to do.
So I heard a crazy diet years and years ago. It was the Red Bull diet.
Was that
Cigarettes
what I
and,
did
like,
for
I think
my
I
vodka,
know
something
what
like
you're
that?
talking about, yeah.
So for the people that don't know, for the one person that's watching this right now, so the Red Bull diet was when any time that you were hungry, you drank a Red Bull. And so supposedly the caffeine in all the garbage in that can would help you stop, like, suppress your appetite so you won't eat anything. And that's how you'd lose weight.
Hmm.
Which I think is absolutely dumb.
Can I just smoke cigarettes?
Yeah,
Yeah,
cigarettes
pretty
are
much.
appetite curber, yeah.
Or you could just smoke crack or whatever like that.
No,
I don't condone
cigarettes,
that.
cigarettes
condone
will
it.
actually,
Tom,
cigarettes
you're
actually have
parents.
been known to, wow,
What
that's
are you
crazy.
telling these kids?
Yeah.
This is a kids show.
But yeah, like I've gone through a bunch too as well, from me transitioning, well, me being a type 1 diabetic, transitioning to a diabetic from being a normal person. So obviously my diet has completely changed a little bit. So, I used to have ice cream a good amount of the time, and then once it became and all this, like all these cookies and sweets and stuff, and once I became a diabetic, that was kind of like thrown out the
Gone
window.
forever.
Yeah, well, not forever, but I'll have it during, like, special occasions or whatnot. So it's not like I go bananas on shit food. So, but you live and learn. You obviously, like, just try one thing, and if it doesn't work for you, try something else.
Fair.
Yeah, that's it. So, so that's it for the show, because I have to work after this for the wifey. So,
Let's go.
thank you for the thank you for the
Disney World ain't gonna pay for
Thank you.
itself.
I
Thank
know,
you,
I
Mrs.
know.
Bezos.
Yeah. So, well, thank you for the 2 people that commented on this thing. And I know this is the first time doing live, so it'll get better. So the Touch and Go gang will go live from now on. So hopefully that's it. So, final thoughts. So Xander, what do you got?
Honestly, have fun in Miami, or anyone watching online on the YouTubes. And just have fun rooting on all your friends, and just remember it's a community focused event. It's not as serious on the competition side this weekend.
All right, Vic, what do you got?
Yeah, I feel like final thoughts for me is just heading in, just trying to start the year off right and just make sure I stay on even keel here. And yes, definitely let's all have fun at Wadapalooza. Let's also have fun at TFX as well as we all get ready for the CrossFit season. You know, wait till quarterfinals essentially. And yeah, let's just keep rocking and rolling, y'all.
All right, Hannah, what you got?
No, this is an exciting time of year. I mean, like I said, Wadapalooza, like it doesn't kick off the like actual official season, but you know it's on the horizon. So, no, it's gonna be super exciting seeing Wadapalooza. And then yeah, we get to gear up for the open and all the fun stuff that come from that.
All right. Well, thanks guys for coming on the show. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you